I'm trying to be the Magic Johnson of jiu-jitsu.
Oh, well, I'll leave that bit in. Craig, the only way I want to start an interview with you at this point is I want to have to ask you, what did you do to Joe Lopez?
We're here with Joe Lopez, the first openly gay MMA championship level coach. What did I do to him?
And that podcast is, you know, there are questions. There are questions that are, you know, the editing was very heavy, and I'm curious what happened there.
He actually may have ingested something, and then within 30 seconds later, when I brought it back up to him, insisted he didn't. And that's what derailed it from there.
Right.
But the best part is we filmed a 45-minute thing, and we knew we had to cut a ton of it out. So, like, at the start of it, we're like 4 minutes in, and Joe's like, we've been going for 20 minutes. But then the unreleased stuff's real bad. He actually opened the podcast with a joke about Volk's being knocked out. Like, out of nowhere, not set up, anything, just shit on his fucking guy immediately. We're like, all right, we'll take that out of there.
That's good of you. It's nice of you to protect people like that.
And then we sent it to him and we said, hey, watch this. We're going to put this out edited. And he said, he just pretended he watched it, but he never watched it. So he really doesn't give a fuck.
Those are the most uncancelable people, though. If he doesn't care. Because even then, you could tell there were things where he would open it. Well, first of all, he would growl a lot at the camera, which I thought was strange. Sweating a lot. It was an interesting look. And then he would say something, and it was just clearly, yeah.
Well, no one in the Special Olympics has ever been cancelled. So I think when people look at Joe, they think, hey, like, he's already achieved so much for a man in his condition.
Yeah.
So.
And it's rare often that they let people in the Special Olympics take more head trauma.
That is true. That is true, yeah. Joe, I mean,
that's why they call him super special.
He looks like he has a lot of head trauma. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. It's all respect because I can get cancelled, and yet whenever I do something with you, I feel like
it's coming.
It just comes straight out.
Yeah,
take that because these planes over there. Hold that. Right. The camp with Volk. It's true that you show up at the last second to take the glory.
You know what's funny about that is I usually do show up at the last second to take the glory, but if there's a grappling opponent, like I did 6 weeks with Islam, I did obviously the last one as much as I could. Ortega we did tough, but yeah, I mean some of them like let's say Ilia's grappling shit, but like
he's meant to be a jiu-jitsu guy from way back when.
So, he is the matador, you know, but
you are the bull, Craig.
I wouldn't mind, but I don't think he's coming out pulling guard armbar on him, you know, or taking him down, clearly submitting him. So I don't think it's going that way. So I don't think as important for this fight, you know. Whereas on the other hand, Eugene Behrman, as you can see, we're here in the house, nowhere to be seen, mate. Nowhere to be seen.
Why is that?
Probably busy.
Okay. You just look like you're about to...
Yeah, he probably has legitimate reasons, but he used to be the one that would tell me I come in fight week. That's where that started. He'd come after me for coming in fight week. But now the tables have turned.
Wow.
He's not here till I don't even know when.
Oh, my God, just calling him out.
I'll go
He might use one of his machetes on you.
Yeah, we've got to go after the Kiwis.
I like, by the way, that you always steal content to make your shirts and stuff. I think that's very admirable of you. It's perfect for this space. No one has any respect over here. What inspired the Brazil one? Because I enjoyed the Chicago Bulls one very much.
I don't know. You know, like I thought...
You have a very fun relationship with the Brazilians.
That's true. I thought it would be something funny that they would like, and they definitely seem to like it. So when it comes out, because it's like, what happens is I get the sample, and the people I work with say, don't wear it. Don't wear the sample until it's time to release it, but I can't help myself. So I'll put it in content, but then people are like itching at it, waiting. They're like, where the fuck is the product? You know what I mean? It happened to me when I made the OnlyFans stuff. I made it, I wore the sample, and then other companies started stealing it as well. And I couldn't really be mad because I was like, well, I've just fucking stolen OnlyFans logo. I can't be mad that they've stolen my stolen idea.
Yeah. Back to this camp, you know, you mentioned about Ilia's grappling, that it's not shit, but you don't expect him to come out there flying armbar. What do you make of his grappling? Because obviously he's now considered this, like, in-the-pocket boxer, but, you watch Countdown, he's meant to start from a grappling background. What do you make of his skills on the ground?
I mean, it looks good. Like, obviously he's got good front head attacks. Like, he's got the arm across guillotine. That he's also got an arm triangle. I mean, it's hard to say. Most of the time MMA, a guy just gets rocked or quits and gets submitted. So it's like very rare to see moments where a guy gets taken down and just clearly submitted. So like Rodolfo Vieira on the weekend, like took down Armin Petrosian and just submitted him. Like he just that's a clean sub. Whereas most of the time, they use the strikes to break a dude, or the dude gets gassed, and then the submission comes. And I think at that point, you have to have pretty damn good submission defense to survive tied or rocked. So it's like, it's really hard to tell in MMA sometimes how good the grappling is.
Right, because it's an element of multiple elements, right? Do you think, though, we saw with the Ortega fight that you can't just go out there and submit Volk. So even if Ilia's grappling is really good for an MMA fighter, it's probably not going to be good enough to equal Ortega's opportunities he had in that fight.
For sure. I think those moments as well are crazy because, even from my own competition experience, if I see a guy get put in an armbar and it's deep and he can't get it and the guy gets out of it, you kind of, no matter how good you think you are, you lose a bit of hope of targeting that area. So I think the Ortega fight definitely did that for other, if you were going to challenge Volks and you were like, oh, well, is he easy to submit? You're going to be like, no, he's going to be fucking a nightmare to submit. So I think, that'll rock your confidence. Your confidence would have to be sky high to look at the Ortega fight and think, oh, I can do what Ortega couldn't do. And Ortega, to me, his submissions are really, really good. So if you can survive those, you can survive most other grapplers, most other fighters.
You're competing in Mexico City.
Mexico, yeah.
Just giving back to the cartels you've used so much.
Yeah, hopefully they hold me for ransom.
Yeah. I think you're just giving them so much money over the years that they couldn't do anything but love you.
Yeah, we've gone to the source. You go to your local dealer, then you find the best dealer in the city, and then eventually you go straight to the source. But yeah, I agreed to do karate combat in Mexico City, having already agreed to do Lovato in Vegas. So unfortunately, we weren't going to indulge too much in Mexico. But if you tell me you want to go to Mexico City, you want to wear a silly karate outfit, you want to wrestle in a pit, it's like fucking throwing a mariachi band, I'm there,
Sweet. I love that. And then it's competing on the UFC Fight Pass Invitational next, after that?
Yeah, and then March 3 against Lovato. So Lovato, I think a lot of MMA guys know him because he was Bellator champ, beat Gegard, had some brain issues, skin issues. I'm still not sure what. Couldn't fight, but can grapple still.
I feel like everyone, we have to obviously address the fact you stole his truck, but I think everything's heading towards you and Gordon at some point on a Fight Pass show,
Yeah, for sure. I think that's going to come one day. We'll see. He has stomach aches like women have menstrual cramps. They come once a month. He needs a week off. So it's difficult to set that up because there's always medical conditions. But
you feel bad about the truck?
I thought it was pretty funny. And again, I keep saying this because he's been online lately talking about defending the southern border of Texas. But it's like, brother, start with your driveway. If the fucking locals are taking your car out of the fucking driveway, let's start there.
Yeah, well, that's Joe Biden's America, though.
Joe Biden's America. That's a good endorsement for Biden, I think. If we can blame Biden on him getting his truck stolen, I'm all for it.
Why don't you just fight Dillon Danis in MMA and make some money off some weird promotion?
That would be funny, yeah. Power slap. I would do power slap.
You would power slap Dillon Danis?
Yeah, that would be funny, yeah. I reckon do a massive nose beer, take the slap, another one, give the slap. That's more...
Alternate nostrils?
Yeah, true. You wouldn't want to be slapped on the side of the working nostril, yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Half the guys at Power Slap already are on the gear, aren't they?
I don't know how they do that shit, But that's selling tickets and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, it just started, yeah.
Way better than grappling.
It's certainly quicker.
Quicker finish.
I think that's everything I have for you, to be honest, mate. Obviously, keep doing your work, stealing stuff. Going to Thailand and helping the economy there.
The lady boys, yeah, that's me going to the source. Obviously, had enough of the trans women here. I ran out of them. So I was like, let's go to a country where they're thriving.
You really are a special kind of guy. Not the same as Joe Lopez is special.
No one's that special. Joe should be locked up. Yeah.
Did you see Henry Cejudo firing his coach on Countdown? I just asked Alex about it, and Alex was very confused.
What was up with that? What did he do that for?
Henry Cejudo also unique.
He should have just put it on him and said, listen, mate, either you go or the sunglasses go. And I think he would have kept the sunglasses and he got out of it scot-free, guilt-free.
That would have been the way to do it.
He's also got the sequence jackets as well.
Usually, yeah.
That's a very unique style, hey. That would be distracting, in the training room.
I feel like that's something you would often... I could see you in sequence.
I would wear it, but he's ruined it for me now, You
don't want to jack his style.
Then Volks will come up to me and be like, mate, it's time. You got to go.